Hi all traders, welcome to TCM Education and this let's call it news flash 12:35 and we're gonna recap what happened in the first 3 hours of this Monday here on Wall Street. My name is Michael, I will be your host. I'm the analyst here at TCM and also the content creator, so I'm basically responsible for almost everything. So what happened so far, and again, this is not the purpose of the video, you obviously can see it online. We're up more than 0.5% on the SPY. Same momentum carries over for this Monday, so more upside, very mellow. Most of leading indexes are positive. The only sector that's really lagging is energy. The rest of the leading sectors are up. We have the Nasdaq up 0.7, clean energy up 0.7, consumer 0.7, financials 0.65. The leading sector is again materials. Metals and mining, not materials. Materials are up 1.3, metals and mining 1.8. This is a sector that we hardly ever pay attention to, but good news, it's coming back to life after maybe, I don't know, 25 years that it's been in the shadows, maybe more. So clear sentiment. Earnings didn't matter much because we didn't have like any important stocks that really reported this morning. We had Verizon and some others, but those are not the type of the stocks that can move the market. If you're gonna want to look at the leading stocks, let's take a look at the big names. We have Nike up 2.7, Google up 2.2 plus, Netflix up 1%. On the negative side, Robin is selling off from all-time highs, down 2%. Palantir is negative, but and Nvidia is negative, but down 0.17. Again from near all-time highs. JP Morgan is up nearly 1%. Apple is up 1%. So nothing spectacular other than, let's call it, Nike. The movement has been in the, let's call it, new wave sectors like atomic energy. We have some big sell-off there. I'm seeing SMR down 7%, OKLO down 7%. Rocket Lab, that's not obviously energy, but that's space exploration and other kind of programs into space. The stock was at all-time highs, selling off 7%. We're going to see that in a minute. Let me see if I see anything that's like really standing out. Okay, not really. On the positive side, nothing interesting. Okay, let's move now to the screeners and start with the screeners of weak stocks, basic shorts. That's how I call this screener. And the worst performing, at least on my screen, is QS. If you watch the daily, this stock was on a tear. I mean, down a bunch right now, but if you watch the daily, you understand what happened here. Take a look at the daily chart. The stock has been up 15 days in a row, if I'm not mistaken. 3, 5, 8, 12, sorry, 10. Okay, 14 days in a row in the green. It was bound to sell off at one point. It happened today. There was actually a great trading opportunity, but we're not going to discuss it now. We want to move on and see the picture. And this is also a shortable stock, so worth watching. Only $12, but very volatile today. So we have this one down 15%. A quantum escape. I was surprised to see that this stock is actually from the automotive sector, and they provide storage storage solutions for energy, and again, it's described as being part of the automotive sector. We have Arrowhead Pharmaceuticals down 14%. A very nice intraday pattern if you watch it. So a big leg down in the morning session, and then a reversal higher, and then a continuation to the downside. The bummer in this stock, and of course you can see the VWAP rejection, which can be also shortable. Having said that, it's not shortable, at least not on this Mumu platform. And I have another platform here, but most likely it's not shortable. And again, there are so many brokers, I cannot say that it's not shortable across the line, because it may be shortable on this platform tomorrow, and if you have shorts, it maybe you won't be able to short it tomorrow. So that's a process. Anyway, very nice move down for those who can short it, could have shorted it. Same goes for LUNR. LUNR, big move down also in the morning session. Maybe it's from the same sector as ARWR. I doubt it, but anyway, you can see the morning bar and then a reversal. And just for educational purposes, this 12 breakdown, and it had a clear stop loss, which was in this case 13 cents. So 1% on this trade short. The entry could have been also 12.05, and then the risk could have been 10 cents. I mean, not a big deal, but again, percentage wise, it's a very good mover. The volume is 8 million shares, so you can actually make up for the movement in a position. In this case, it moved down nearly 5%. 5% on $20,000 is a grand. So you needed though to buy 2,000. To short 2,000 shares. Again, it's not shortable, so I'm moving on. AVTR down 8%. Well, this one is shortable. Wow, this one again, you can see there was something happened in the morning session for many of these stocks. I mean, it's the third in a row that we're seeing this 9:30 avalanche of selling, and then the trivial option is to short it from the VWAP. In this case, it was shortable, and that, again, not a big intraday mover, from 12.60 to 12.20. That's 40 cents. Again, not a big deal, but who cares if it's a big deal or not a big deal. It make this one has a clear downtrend, may close at 12, may close at 11.50, hell, it may close at 11. So there's still plenty of time, more than 3 hours and 15 minutes. So plenty of time. So we have another stock that we can watch, AN. Okay, this one is not shortable either. So we are like 1 and 1 or 2 and 2 in shortables. Antero Resources, and you can see the weakness is shortable at the VWAP. Of course, you can short at the lows, but the good trades in weak stocks usually, I mean, if you see the right risk, the VWAP is a great entry point. For some reason, C is also week today down 7%, down nearly 8%. This stock is clearly shortable at the lows of the day, so nothing special here other than the same phenomenon coming up to the VWAP and selling off again and again. We're seeing it almost on every weak stock today. Webull is not shortable, so I'm not going to deal with that. It was a great closer Friday, not a bright opening of the week, down 7. EQT definitely shortable, but obviously at the lows of the day. SMR selling off with the whole sector. Beautiful. Here again, the stock is not shortable. This is a stock that we traded and analyzed many times over the last month. You can see this perfect breakdown at 48.40, and the risk here was you can see clearly 1%. Perfect. Again, it's not shortable, so we're just going to use it for educational purposes. When I say not shortable, again, on my observation platform, it may be shortable on other platforms. So, but if, again, normally we don't want to short at the lows because of the risk, but this one was perfect. And there is, if you pay attention, another entry point here that's way easier to trade, and that was this 49 short play. And in that case, you can use the VWAP, which was again pretty much 1%. So both trades could have been traded short on paper. Real time, not so much, and that's shameful. Again, this is one of the problems where we discussed it many times, where we don't want to, as opposed to in the past, we don't want to prioritize shorts. Why? Many stocks don't have shorts available. Again, I'm talking about various platforms. You may have shorts on one platform and lack them on the other. Longs are available everywhere, so we had so many great trades long. There is no reason to focus on short unless the market is a very weak market, or you observe a sector that's very weak. In that case, if you have shorts, why not? So for example, OKLO, let's see if OKLO, I think OKLO has shorts. No, no shorts in OKLO. I mean, that's shameful. I mean, look at the potential here in OKLO. Well, this stock moves up like a freight train, and it can move down. In this case, also move down like a freight train. RKLB is shortable, and actually, guys, you can see here at 47.95 a clear breakdown level. Let me signal it here on the chart. So that's a clear trade. The risk here is 30 cents. And you can see plenty. I mean, wow, this is plenty of opportunities in RKLB down to the downside. This 49.50 breakdown, perfect. Almost a perfect trade in terms of execution, down from 49.50 or almost to 47. That's $2.50. That's 5% in less than an hour. So again, the opportunity was basically all month to the upside. This is how the stock looks on the upside. So it went basically from 26 to almost 50, sorry, doubled in less than a month. Actually a little bit more than a month. In 5 weeks. It doubled in more than 5 weeks. It was bound at one point to see a big sell-off day. Should be on everybody's watch list. RKLB up and down. It's shortable. Volume is amazing. 20 million shares traded midday. It has no spreads. One of the best day trading stocks, definitely today. Archer. Let me take a look at the intraday chart of Archer. Obviously, in retrospect, things are easier, especially when the VWAP is involved. That's Archer, short at 13, down, and again, it's shortable. Archer is shortable, so perfect trade here at 13. Not a big mover, but again, percentage-wise, it can be a great mover, and you can see nearly half of this list could have been and should have been trading prime for trading. Again, sometimes like this one, QUBT, quantum computing is not shortable, and it's shameful. But if it's not shortable, whatever. We're not going to spend time on it. You can see clear, guys, the VWAP reversal, shortable, then this 1910 reversal down shortable. You can add at the lows, but there is no need. This stock may continue lower again. Very extended on the daily chart. Sound down 6%. MP materials. I'm sure it's not shortable. Yeah, it's not shortable. And you can see so many trading opportunities. Too bad that most of them are not shortable. And that's shameful, but they were last week when they moved like lightning to the upside. That's where the real opportunity lied. And you know what? As Soundhound AI. I thought that I saw this stock last week. Maybe I didn't. But definitely we've seen MP materials. Take a look at this move. In 6 days, from 30 to 65. That's 100% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of trading. Let me see how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days of trading. The stock doubled in price. And again, today it's selling off. We cannot take advantage of the sell-off if there are no shorts, at least not on this platform. But like I said, maybe there are shorts on other platforms. Let me move briefly to the longs and check out some strong stocks. Let's arrange them and take a look at them. First of all, Dynamics. Where is the trim in the bar? I was watching this stock in the morning, hoping for a move over 14 towards the highs of the day. It didn't happen. Then it was rejected at 1350. Brilliant. On paper, it looks brilliant here. Watching the guys, this tested level failed, and now it disappeared. So shame on it. We have Oscar Health very strong, Riot very strong, Rumble, Sentinel, Solar Edge. Let's start with Astera Lab. Obviously great news here, and this stock is trading like a champion from the VWAP. You can clearly see the reversals here and here. For any trade, the target should be 122 or 123, 122.80 highs of the day, or maybe more. The daily is also looks very strong. Cleveland Cliffs, I think there were earnings, but I'm not sure 100%. The stock is up 15% with a beautiful bull flag formation breakout. You can clearly see it here. And very little risk on this trade. You can see this triangle breakout. The risk here was like 10 cents to deliver 50 or 60 at this point. Wow. Again, a $10 stock, not necessarily a great mover, but when you think about the possibility in terms of trading percentages, which is something that's on the table for us those days, you can see this triangle breakout, and the very little risk here. Volume is amazing. It trades 36 million shares, so an entry at 10.35, a close over 11 will be 5% up. That's a very easy trade. I mean, it doesn't get easier than this one, I think. That's the goal of this trade. Maybe it's not a goal of 10%, but a goal of 5% intraday, which is, doable. And then it's up to you as a trader to decide if you buy a position of $10,000, which will be 1,000 shares, or $50,000, which will be 5,000 shares. Again, the availability of liquidity is here. Let me look at the two more trades, and we will done with this session. Core Wave. Wow. Okay, don't see at this point anything other than waiting for reversal higher. 130 totally failed. That I would have said let's go long or plan a trade at 130. The stop loss is not really clear, so nothing at this point. And a stock that we traded plenty here, IREN. Beautiful morning session. Now a reversal. It looks good, either over 20 or maybe a move down to 1950. I'm inclined to trade only, if possible, only round numbers. So 20 is clearly a stage for this stock. And if it pulls down, the support here is 1935 at this point. So no, I don't see anything that we can rush into a trade right now. Okay, this is also a candidate. This VWAP reversal long, you can see this clear resistance area and clear support area. Again, and assuming it doesn't drive or dives lower, this should serve as support. If we buy here at 1960, that's less than 1%. That's 15 cents of risk, and the target should be, as always, highs of the day. The volume is let's see. Yeah, the volume is very good in the name of the company is Sentinel. Let me check the daily. I see a gap up. The volume is good but not great, and the stock is actually dropped a lot from the highs. Okay, so there is potential. I don't want to say it looks great. It doesn't look great, but it still has very little risk for this move over 1960, support 1945. Again, the 1% max risk tolerance, and hoping that in the next 3 hours it can catch a breeze and move back to the highs of the day. That's the intent here. So basically, if you want to summarize what we've seen so far in this morning, more upside in the S&P, more upside in the Nasdaq. Some sectors are selling off, like atomic energy. RKLB is selling off, one of the best plays today. Overall, the sentiment is very positive, and those are the stocks that I would say that you need to basically continue following the big intraday movers, and not necessarily the big names. The big intraday movers are likely to perform way better, both on the long side and if there are shorts available, definitely today on the short side. So thanks a lot, guys, for being here with us. Do like and subscribe. Please consider our mentoring classes mentoring session as well, and we'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.